With a new administration in office, many migrants are flooding the court system trying to obtain legal status.
All right, Fox 5's Jessica Formoso joins us now with a closer look at the process and how long it can take. Jessica.
Well, the short answer there is many, many years it could take. Now, Stephen, Natasha, last year the Executive Office of Immigration Review received nearly 1.8 million new immigration cases. With that said, the year ended with a backlog of more than 3 million cases. In recent days, we have seen the Trump administration arresting and deporting criminals, but by law, before they can deport them, they are required to have the final order of removal issued by an immigration court. Those courts, however, are understaffed, causing the massive backlogs. Take a look. Outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Lower Manhattan, the line stretches around the corner on this frigid morning. It's 19 degrees outside, but that doesn't matter. Men, women, and children arriving as early as 5 a.m., some covered in blankets, all here for the same reason, to figure out the next steps in their immigration case.
I need to check with ICE officer.
With all his documents in this folder, Jefferson Schaefer from Venezuela is no stranger to this line. 3 years ago was his first appointment with ICE. Now he's back again. I came to my first appointment in 2022, and now this is my second appointment in 2025. I don't know what will happen today. The first time I came, they stamped my documents. A similar situation just half a block away at Immigration Court, where migrants lined up to see a judge and or tried to speak with an attorney for legal advice.
¿Ha sido difícil el proceso?
It has been a very difficult process, very difficult. I've been here for a year and I still can't get a lawyer.
Muy complicado.
Very complicated. A complicated and long process indeed. Immigration court dealing with a massive backlog of millions of cases. According to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, in fiscal year 2023, it reduced its backlog for the first time in over a decade. However, that backlog was still over 4 million.
This is among the worst backlogs I'm seeing in my career.
Naresh Gehi is an immigration attorney. He's been practicing law for nearly 25 years. He represents many of the newly arrived migrants. He says people could wait years for legal status.
So average are looking at 3 to 4 years for sure at this stage. And the backlog can become, longer too.
We had under the Trump administration, there was a tremendous amount of backlog because there was no prosecutorial discretion in the immigration court. Every client case that was in court had to be heard. Then we had COVID. We didn't have court for quite some time, and then cases were taken off the docket. Some cases still have not been placed back on the docket. Then we obviously had, a surge in immigration over the last few years.
Another reason, too many people entering the country all at once and not enough judges to hear the cases in a timely manner.
The first step is, if he feels that he's going to be persecuted in his home country, then he applies for political asylum. After 5 months from the receipt of the political asylum application, then you're allowed to apply for a work permit.
After that, Gehi says it could take another 5 months to get a working permit. Sometime in that year is when you will be asked to appear in front of a judge for the first time. Now, if you are seeking asylum, you have to apply within the first year of your arrival.
If you do not apply within 1 year, then generally, your chances of winning asylum become pretty slim.
And while they wait to know their fate, rain, cold, or shine, standing on this line gives them hope, a chance to someday obtain a legal status.
Tiene su proceso, digamos, complicado.
It's a process, a complicated one, but it's not impossible. The immigration attorney stressed that by no means one should skip any court proceedings. If you miss even one, a judge could order your removal. Also, having an attorney, they say, is key to navigate this complex system.
Yeah, you mentioned it's like a 3 or 4 year process. What if someone's in the middle of it, they've done everything they're supposed to? What are their odds of being able to stay in the country going forward?
Well, believe it or not, we still don't know until the entire process is completed, because it's up to the judge. And the problem that we're seeing now is that there are not enough judges in the system to be able to help all these people. So, I mean, yes, you may have a really good chance, like Jefferson there. He's been in here, he's been with the process already 3 years, and he believes that within the end of this year, beginning of next year, he should be okay.
Yeah.
But it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's definitely a race against time for them, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.